I love pizza. Especially with the sweet ass anime, right, Chris?
Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha.
Ho ho ho.
Oh man, I wound it up in like the street over. You.
No, keep going.
I was gonna say you blew me.
I did blow you, in a sense.
You know what also blew me was my mind got blown watching season 2 of Mob Psycho.
Holy crap!
Sorry, I just got so freaking pumped up watching Mob Psycho.
You're like in the body improvement club for real, though.
I know. I felt like I was in the body improvement club. I wanted to improve my mind after watching this, so I could do my own psychokinetic abilities.
Okay, that'd be awesome. So, what was your favorite part of Mob Psycho season 2?
So, Mob Psycho season 2.
Yeah.
Overall, there was a lot more, I think, in season 2 than there was in season 1.
They definitely go harder on the... I mean, like, in a lot of different senses, but also on the animation especially.
Yeah,
definitely
absolutely.
More crazy. There's more set pieces for them to do it, because, like, it's split into... Like it's got a... Like, it starts out kind of like almost a soft reset of the show.
But it's been established, everything in season 1, which I think it needed, because you couldn't do anything that happens in season 2 without having the well-established cast of characters from season 1.
Yeah, sure. But I mean, in the sense that they go back to, the season starts out with Mob, and his master Rig, and they're back to hunting down spirits and stuff like that for clients, and it's kind of a step back from the big psyche battles at the end of season 1.
Right.
And then it kind of gets into the meat of the arcs of the season.
Yeah, so throughout season 1, you kind of understand who Mob is and why he's so conflicted with his powers and everything. And then it's kind of addressing that in season 2 when it starts out with, like, is this the right thing to do with exorcising these...
Exorcising?
You have to exorcise. Actually, there's a bit of exorcising in the show, because there's the Body Improvement Club and the exorcising for real. But
For real, though.
For reals, though. But he's, like, conflicted about exorcising people because he sees certain demons that are, like... Or entities that are, like, maybe are just lost or want to... There's one instance where there's a ghost or a ghoul where he's like, they want to just kind of exist and have a little bit more time as a family kind of thing.
Yeah, and it's kind of presents Mob with some moral quandaries with his powers, you know, rather than like mindlessly destroying spirits and stuff. It's kind of a moral question of what he's, you know, how should he be using his power for good kind of thing.
Right. Yeah, and he's under the tutelage of Reagan this whole time. And
what? The tutelage?
Yeah, with that, he kind of just, you know, like you were saying, like listened to him throughout the whole first season. And it is like that's what saves him in the end, too. Like that's what pulls him back at the last like battle in season 1. But in here, we see what happens when it goes too far. And it's a really like... I think it's a very necessary switch up from like where the series was, because it takes it in a whole different like direction and plane where you see the characters now breaking off and kind of doing their own things for a little bit, which I thought was cool.
Yeah.
Which kind of leads us to the, I guess like episodes like 3 or 4 is like the arc when kind of
when they get called in for a special gig.
Yeah, because the first couple episodes, like you were saying, they just do like small stuff here and there, resets it, a little soft reset, and they're just taking care of like local legends and stuff like that again, which you see in the kind of the beginning of season 1.
Yeah, and then they get into this little part where I think the animation is probably at its height.
Absolutely.
Is during they're exercising a possessed girl. Her rich father calls in a bunch of psychics, and none of them can do anything.
All the psychics in the land gather. So that's when they also, all the eyes in the psychic world that Mob and Reagan find themselves in are now all on Reagan and Mob. So I guess that's why he does, because it leads into like the next arc with Reagan. But so he's like, all the psychics and all the land come together, and they're trying to solve this the situation with the daughter. And I don't know the character's name.
The evil spirit?
Yeah, wait. Explain a little bit more of this situation while I look up his name.
Okay. Well, there's an evil spirit possessing a girl, and Reagan thinks at first she's faking it, which is, played for comedic effect. But after that, Mob goes inside her mind and is able to fight this evil spirit. And what's its name?
Is it that
Keiji Mogami. Yeah.
Oh, Mogami. Yeah.
That's what they call him.
It was like the visuals in that, because like you were saying, it's just like season 1, fantastic visuals. Season 2, it's like, whoa, like it just blows it out of proportion.
How do you feel? Because he's trapped inside her mind for like living a shitty life for like, he feels it like it's for 6 months or something, or it's some weird like long amount of time that he's in there, like not for real in the real world, but like in his mind he thinks he's there for like years or something.
Yeah, it was like...
Did you deal with that? It's like been trapped inside for years, but it's only been like a couple hours.
I've often thought when I was watching Dragon Ball Z with
the hyperbolic time chamber.
The hyperbolic time chamber.
Yes.
I always was like, that concept is so novel and cool to me, where like time is so slowed, but you're experiencing it at like this like not accelerated rate, but you're living through it, but on the outside world it's just going past you. It was definitely like a mind fudge, if you will. I really like that part and how they reveal it, though, because it just, you don't see it too often, and when it is, it's not like done on this level of just like action behind it. Like when it all like is escalating and like he's figuring out how to like break out of it.
Yeah, and he just goes crazy and destroys the whole world that he's in. It's quite epic.
Yeah, well, the situation he's in is like so unique to that being wrapped in someone's like mind and stuff, and then to visualize the actual like breaking of his mind inside of someone else's mind who's being possessed by someone else, like they really like visualize that really well, and it's very striking. There's a lot of red in like these dark scenes, and it just really stands out amongst the season.
I don't know if you remember, but after he comes out of her mind and he dispels Mogami from her mind, she weeps.
Are you really always like that? In real life, I mean?
Yeah, actually I am. Sorry. I'm sorry. Really sorry. I was so awful. I'm so sorry.
Oh yeah, because he's like, did you actually mean to be like an evil bitch the whole time? She's like, oh, I am an evil bitch still.
Yeah. I'm surprised you remember that.
Well, I remember laughing because I was like, I like that she just admits, like, yeah, I'm still a bad person.
Yeah. Well, because, like, yeah.
but she was also, like we mentioned, her father was very rich. So once because she doesn't know that Mob freed her or something, because there's a thing at the end where...
she's like, no one came forward, because Reagan doesn't come forward to... Oh, it's Frankenstein. Reagan doesn't come forward to claim the reward, so...
Right.
Because he doesn't want to be
There's too much
liability.
Liability.
So, but anyway, yeah. And after that, oh shit. Reagan gets quite popular because he makes a website.
That's probably like one of the funniest episodes of the series so far, is when Reagan gets like all this fame and popularity, and then the psychics, one of them is like disgruntled from the previous encounter with I already forgot the name of the character, but the Mogami,
the spirit.
Yeah, but it's just like Reagan gets put on the spot, and his spot gets blown up.
My spotlight!
in this.
Yes,
it's a great episode because
he goes on TV and which is quite fun, and he has to exorcise this person, and it's all fake.
What am I supposed to exorcise here? This boy isn't even possessed.
He makes a fool of himself, and he gets revealed as a fraud, which he is, and then.
And it's never like left. I love that they still never say like that Mob kind of. I think it's assumed he knows that Reagan doesn't have powers.
Yeah.
But in that episode, it starts to kind of like unveil like this overarching theme. I felt like, especially in that episode when it ends, where it's like it's more about like having like the friends around you and like being supportive, because Mob and Reagan kind of have a split in that episode.
Well, before that, yeah, they split up a little bit before that, and,
right? Because they have like the differing mentalities from the get-go in season 2.
Yeah, and it's nice to see some character development like that, and see that, Mob isn't as reliant on Reagan in the end, but they're still friends, and they can depend on one another for that kind of bond.
Usually when you see like characters actually like evolving and bonding like that, it's in longer form shows, not just in like season length, but also like actual like episode length. Like I'm thinking like HBO-esque shows that are like an hour plus is like when you see like characters really like develop and stuff. Yeah. But like for like an anime, I mean, I know there's a lot of exposition in animes, a lot of like stuff always happens, huge arcs, but relative, like it's a 13 episode, 13 episode season 2. So it's like they do a pretty good job, I think, within that time frame of really blasting through it. But I mean, you can do that with any show. It's just like the competence of the storytelling.
Yeah. But it's fun because it's like you get to that point, and then like
it's already been like a huge peak, especially compared to like where it was like at that point, and then they just take it further.
Yes, because we get into the final arc, because what happens is
a big cliffhanger.
There's a big cliffhanger where
it caught me super off guard.
Yes, Chris was surprised.
Oh my god.
Where they blow up Mob's house, and it seems like Mob's family's all dead. They're not. Don't worry now.
I actually have a piece of the fake Mob's family. This is his dad's hand.
No, it's so sad.
It was a crazy scene. That part really got me.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was like intense. But Mabugo is a bit crazy. You see him crack a bit in the mind of Mogami.
Yes.
And then he has a bit of like, while everything else is going on, he's also internally like going through a lot where he's like, you see him snap and
his emotions are tied to his psychic powers, which we established in the series, and so we get to see him go through emotional turmoil in this season.
A lot more trauma and things externally bring a lot more out of him.
Yes,
and that affects like how he's able to learn too and come up.
Yes, and much like how the first season is structured with the big psychic battles at the end, this is also the final arc of this season also has the big psychic battles as he goes back. Has to go back and fight the leader of the organization, Claw, and his little minions of the
cast
psychic.
Are so great.
I love the little, all the little fights that they go through, and they even
they bring back a lot of the people from season 1 too.
They do, which is fun. They all team up against the evil organization. There's even a fight against this big steroid user dude.
Psycho steroid.
Oh,
remember that guy.
So this was a great moment in the series. Like, there's a lot of really funny parts like throughout, but one of my favorites where I was like, just like on the edge of my seat, just like yes, like oh my god, like I was getting pumped. It's when Mob is taken over by Dimple. He's being saved by Dimple, so he's unconscious, and Dimple is able to take his body. Then they're fighting the steroid guy, and Dimple's like, this guy's too strong. And then the body improvement guy...
The body improvement club members are just happen to be in the alleyway or something.
Yeah, it's another part where like the whole like... you need like friends, you need like the friendship and everything. Like he comes in and he saves Mob at the last second because he's about to get stomped on, and he like has he's retracting his scapula because he's done so many push-ups, and he's able to be like, huh! And he's like, I'm not gonna let you kill Mob. And then Dimple takes over the body improvement guy's like mind, and he's able to use all the muscles that Mob doesn't have, and it's like a really really funny battle to just see the back and forth. It's so great.
It's pretty good.
That was a huge highlight in the gigantic like 4. Is it 4 or 5 episodes for that?
It's 5 episodes.
Yeah, for the finale.
This finale of final arc of them. I mean, we say that like it's a lot of episodes, but like
it's not really.
I mean, you look at Dragon Ball. There's like 5 episodes for one fight.
Yeah, but also
arc,
there's also like 4 episodes for them screaming one time.
Yeah,
and then they have to retell that scream in the 5th one. So it's
It's nice to see something that a lot happens within 13 episodes,
right.
Rather than it feels like something's dragging on, for those 100 episode shows like One Piece where everything's so dragged on. But like, not that I've seen it.
The One Piece! The One Piece is real!
I've never seen One Piece. I'm just speaking from everyone's
I've actually seen the first 300 or so episodes of One Piece. It's pretty good.
Okay.
It's just that like after a while it does blend. It starts to feel like It starts to feel like every arc in One Piece you could almost like, I mean other than the ones that introduce characters.
Yeah.
Like once they have all the characters you can just be like you could just mishmash all these arcs and it kind of doesn't really.
I get what you mean. But anyway, so the final battles are awesome in Mob Psycho season 2.
A lot of unexpected twists and turns that it was like what is going on? Like
it's just crazy spectacle and explosions.
I think every single character in like 1 and 2 come back for like the final 5.
Yeah, but did you expect the final twist?
So are we gonna give the final twist of the Veggie Twist?
Yes.
All right, guys. So throughout Mob, there's a lot of iconography. There's a lot of symbolism.
Yes.
But one thing I did not expect to come back was broccoli.
Yeah.
So there's a thing in the beginning of season 1 or season 2, episode 1, where they're on a farm and Mob's...
They fight a giant like plant monster.
Yeah, and at the end, Mob is given like some seeds that he puts in like his school uniform for like broccoli.
Broccoli seeds.
And in this big, huge cataclysmic like battle where it's like the apocalypse and everything's ending and Mob is being pushed to his beyond limits and so is the villain he's fighting, and it's just at the end both their powers like combine and it's like and it like goes right into like his heart or something, like goes like through
you can
him.
see the green glow if you notice that.
I was wondering what that was.
But yeah, that was the broccoli.
Okay, so the broccoli starts growing and it absorbs all the...
It absorbs the energy, which is what saves the city.
Yeah,
which is fun.
There's a huge like mushroom cloud that you assume is like a big nuclear devastation, but it's actually the mist clears and it's just a big broccoli.
Yeah, and it's fun because you'll see in season 3, which is coming out this month.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
A lot of yes, yeah. What the? The season 3, the broccoli is just gonna be in the background of like every shot.
Oh, I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
Because that's how it is was in the manga. The broccoli sticks around.
That's sick.
It's important.
A lot of the manga drawings, I feel like they were more expressive with some of like because the original drawings and stuff was like in the style of 1. I feel like there was more scenes where like they had like those original drawings, and I just like that more.
The simple,
Well, I mean, like you said in the beginning of the review, it's just like the visuals were bumped up. It was just like you saw it throughout, and yeah, even though there was the huge peak in the middle with the inside the mind ghost fight, like this one also took it to another level.
Yeah, I love the ending.
Yeah,
this season.
They really had me on my seat for the entire duration, and I guess it's not spoilers if I tell them my predictions.
Okay, yeah. Predict what do you think is going to happen in season 3, which is coming out soon.
So this is my this was my prediction. Was I thought amongst all the battles in the second to last episode of the season, basically one character is able to instant teleport.
Yeah.
He leaves. He evades them all, and he's like, I'm gonna retreat because he realizes he can't be beat. So I'm like, oh, okay, this is clearly gonna be the villain in season 3, but apparently that doesn't happen. Apparently he's just gone.
From what I remember, I don't think he returns.
All right. Well,
neither does Mogami, if I remember right. They could
what?
They could change it from they could change it in terms of like adding things to the anime because if I remember correctly from the manga, there's not that much left.
Really?
Yeah, it's like a couple of other things happen and then it's over. But like they could change things and stretch it out for the anime. So I can't predict everything that happens, but.
I'm very interested. The only other thing we didn't mention is there was a love interest arc that's kind of introduced.
Tsubomi.
Yeah, Tsubomi.
I mean, that's in the first season, but like...
it is, but it's expanded on.
Yeah.
And that's the one that you don't really get too much of a wrap-up on around episode 5 or 7 or 8 maybe. There's like a race episode and you see that Mogami's more interested in Mob than he originally thought.
What?
It seems to be.
Okay.
At least that's how I recall.
No.
Play it back. Oh wait, no. Maybe he did she like the brother more?
Who? Tsubomi?
Yeah.
No, she likes Mob.
Oh, okay. Oh, no, you're tricking me, gaslighter.
No. Anyway. Yeah, it's a good thing that I blasted you out the window before.
I know. I was like, what the heck?
Using my psychic powers.
My mind was so blown that now I can't believe that there's gonna be a season 3.
Yeah, there's a lot of good anime coming out this season. There's Chainsaw Man and
Chainsaw Man is
Pop Team Epic season 2, which I need to watch.
I have Pop Team Epic shorts. No, I do. Okay. It's true. What was the first one you said?
Chainsaw Man.
Chainsaw Man? Props to the designer of Chainsaw Man. I mean, it's clear from the design, but it's beautiful.
You love it.
It's one of the best character designs I've ever seen. Who's your favorite character from Mob Psycho season 2?
Ooh, like a new character?
Yeah. Because I have one in mind that I really like.
I like the teleporting guy. I don't know something about him. Like he's just cool. I don't know. I always thought teleporting was a cool ability, and he uses it. His fight's really cool. They all have to team up on him.
Yeah, that's like because they have to overwhelm him because he can't.
He can also
predict where that's going to go or something.
Something like that. He can predict your movements as well. That's also
That's cool.
So he can do that and teleport. So
Yeah.
But who do you have in mind?
I really like the old the guy who calls Reagan out basically and sets off the chain of events where Reagan gets canceled on TV.
Oh, the old man.
Okay. The old man, he was just interesting. I think he was in season 1 for like 5 seconds.
I think he was, but yeah, he
comes cool. back in a big. I thought
you were going to say the umbrella guy, but okay.
Oh, I did love the umbrella guy.
Sarazawa.
Yeah, okay, but I forgot his name. But Sarazawa, he's a good guy too.
Okay.
Overall, would you say you like season 2 more?
Yeah, I like season 2 better. So, and maybe I'll like season 3 even better.
Ooh,
probably.
I'm probably yeah. But I'm excited to see it, and you should be too. But until then, you should really check out seasons 1
and 2. All right. Let's go.
All right.
What the fuck? No, he's killing himself. Oh no, don't do that.
Bye, everybody.
What the fuck?
I'll see you for season 3.
Okay.